Ladies and gentlemen, please settle down as we expect our chief guest to arrive any moment now. May I request everyone to kindly settle down. Please take your seats. May I request everyone to please settle down fast. Please take your seats. A kind request, kindly take your seats. Soumya ji, you are requested to please make everyone settle down. देवियों सज्जनों, आइए करतल ध्वनि के साथ केंद्रीय वित्त मंत्री तथा आज के इस महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम के विशिष्ट अतिथिगण का स्वागत करें। जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत। This is an evening to honor the trailblazers who are transforming the way India thrives in the digital economy. नमस्कार। डिजिटल पेमेंट अवार्ड्स 2025 उस क्रांति का उत्सव है जिसने भारत के लेन देन को कैश से क्लिक तक पहुंचा दिया है। एनपीसीआई के सहयोग से डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज द्वारा आयोजित डिजिटल पेमेंट अवार्ड्स 2025 के इस सुअवसर पर अत्यंत हर्ष के साथ हम मंचासीन महानुभावों का हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। कार्यक्रम की मुख्य अतिथि केंद्रीय वित्त एवं कॉर्पोरेट मामलों की मंत्री माननीय श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण, गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर केंद्रीय वित्त राज्य मंत्री माननीय श्री पंकज चौधरी, Honorable Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Shri M. Nagaraju, and the Economic Advisor, TFS, Dr. Abhijit Fukan. We also extend warm welcome to all the distinguished guests, champions of the digital revolution, who've joined us on this occasion, and of course, our friends from the media. A warm welcome to you all. सबसे पहले आतिथ्य की परंपरा का निर्वहन करते हुए मंच पर विराजमान विशिष्ट अतिथिगण से सादर अनुरोध करती हूँ और उनका स्वागत करने के लिए सबसे पहले सेक्रेटरी डीएफएस श्री एम नागराजू जी से अनुरोध करती हूं कि कृपया माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी को पौधा भेंट कर उनका अभिनंदन करें। तो सबसे पहले आतिथ्य की परंपरा का निर्वहन करते हुए हम माननीय वित्त मंत्री आर चीफ गेस्ट ऑफ द इवनिंग बीइंग प्रेजेंटेड विद अ पॉटेड प्लांट। अ वार्म वेलकम टू ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर। और अब केंद्रीय वित्त राज्य मंत्री जी को पौधा भेंट कर उनका अभिनंदन कर रहे हैं इकोनॉमिक एडवाइजर डॉक्टर अभिजीत फुकॉन। A warm welcome to Honorable MOS. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। And to mark the auspicious beginning of today's event, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite our distinguished guests on the stage to light the ceremonial lamp to inaugurate the Digital Payments Awards 2025. विनम्र अनुरोध विशिष्ट मेहमानों से कृपया दीप प्रज्वलन के लिए मंच पर पधारें। दीप प्रज्वलन की परंपरा का निर्वहन प्रत्येक कार्यक्रम की सफलता की नींव तैयार करता है। दीप हमारी सभ्यता और संस्कृति की अलौकिकता का भी प्रतीक हैं। धवल ज्योति से आलोकित ये दीप ज्ञान और विवेक का प्रतीक है। कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें और अब सभी अतिथिगण का स्वागत करने तथा इस कार्यक्रम की महत्ता को रेखांकित करने के लिए मैं इकोनॉमिक एडवाइजर डीएफएस डॉक्टर अभिजीत फुकॉन को आमंत्रित करती हूं। डॉक्टर अभिजीत फुकॉन टू प्रेजेंट द वेलकम एड्रेस।
Honorable Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister, Madam Nirmala Sitharamanji, Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Sri Pankaj Chaudharyji, Secretary DFS, Sri M. Nagarajuji, colleagues from the banks, fintechs, regulators, central government ministries, departments, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, I, on behalf of the Department of Financial Services, welcome you all to the Digital Payments Awards 2025. We all know that the country has made significant progress in the last 1 decade. Today, India has emerged as one of the fastest growing economy and also the 4th largest economy in the world. The high and sustained economic growth is supported by a resilient financial sector and a robust digital payment ecosystem, whereas total digital payment transactions have grown at a CAGR of 41% during 2017-18 to 24-25. UPI is an exception and has grown at a CAGR of 114% during the same period. Besides, UPI has also created a benchmark of creating a monthly transactions of 18 billion plus. Today, India stands at the height of the global digital payments map. We can proudly say that half of the global real-time digital payment transactions are being done in India. India's success of digital payments would not have happened without the contribution of our banks and fintechs. Through their innovative approaches, banks and fintechs have played a very critical role in driving the digital payment ecosystem and also in driving the world's largest financial inclusion program, impacting the lives of millions of common people, economy, and the nation. As a token of appreciation and gesture, it is our duty to acknowledge the exemplary works done by our banks and fintechs. And today, we have assembled here to honor and facilitate the pioneers through this award function. Honorable Finance Minister has always been kind enough to guide and support us in this journey. Madam, your continuous engagement with the young minds and translating their thoughts into policy actions is really inspirational and acts as a torch-bearer to this growth journey. Madam, even your presence today signals your commitment and resolve that together we can become a Viksit Bharat by 2047. Without taking much time, ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you all to the Digital Payments Awards 2025. Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Dr. Foucault, for the welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, from a country once reliant on cash to now being a global leader in UPI transactions, contactless payments, and financial inclusion, our digital journey has been nothing short of revolutionary. To highlight the important aspects of this journey and the role of Department of Financial Services, I humbly invite Sri M. Nagaraju, Secretary, DFS.
Honorable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Sri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, my MD and CEOs of banks, fintechs, senior officials of the financial sector, regulator, and my colleagues in the Ministry of Finance and DFS, friends from the media, and ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. It's a privilege to be here today at the Digital Payments Awards, a celebration of the institutions and innovators who have helped shape India's digital financial journey. India's digital payments ecosystem has grown exponentially over the past few years. In financial year 24-25, the total volume of digital payment transactions reached 22,831 crores, up from 2,071 crore in financial year 17-18, reflecting a CAGR of 41%. In May 2025, India recorded an average of 68.83 crore digital payment transactions in a day, with a daily transaction value of 7.92 lakh crore. The total value of digital payments reached 3,509 lakh crore in financial year 24-25, showcasing the scale and trust in digital payments and platforms in the country. In financial year 24-25, UPI achieved a landmark with 18,587 crore transactions, amounting to 261 lakh crore in value. This phenomenal growth underscores UPI's role as the backbone of India's digital payments ecosystem, contributing 81% of total retail digital payment volume. In May 2025, UPI recorded an all-time high of 1,868 crore transactions worth 25.1 lakh crore. On average, there were 60.25 crore transactions per day on UPI, with a daily value of 0.81 lakh crore. According to the ACI Worldwide Report 2024, India accounted for nearly 49% of global real-time transactions, reaffirming its leadership role in digital payments. UPI's success has also crossed borders. I think, as all of you know, today UPI is live in 7 countries, including Bhutan, France, Mauritius, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and UAE, enabling international merchant payments and showcasing India's leadership in digital financial innovations. This marks a significant step in making UPI a global standard for real-time payments. This growth has been driven by innovation, interoperability, and a user-centric approach. The success of digital payments is built on a rapidly expanding infrastructure. QR code deployment increased from 35 lakh as on March 2021 to 66.46 crore in March 2025. UPI customers grew from 20 crore in 2021 to 46.5 crore in last year. Over 6 crore merchants are now onboarded, with 5.5 added in the last 4 years. 660 banks, including 416 new entrants, such as RRBs and cooperative banks, are now part of the UPI ecosystem. 38 TPAPs, with 23 launched in the last 4 years, are driving innovation and competition. This infrastructure ensures that digital payments are accessible to small and large merchants alike across urban and rural India. To sustain this momentum, the government has implemented targeted support mechanism. One incentive scheme for promotion of digital payments, operational since 2021, focuses on low-value merchant transactions. It has disbursed, up till now, 8,730 crore over the last 4 years. The Payments Infrastructure Development Fund has facilitated deployment of 4.71 crore payment acceptance infrastructure in underserved areas as of March 2025. These initiatives have helped reduce transaction costs, promote merchant adoption, and encourage innovation across the ecosystem. As we look to the future, our priorities must include deepening digital payment adoption across sectors and geographies, strengthening cybersecurity and fraud prevention frameworks, promoting digital and financial literacy at the grassroots, and ensuring that digital payments remain inclusive, secure, and citizen-centric. To all the awardees, your work is not just about enabling payments, it is about enabling possibilities. You are helping build a financial system that is more modern, inclusive, and globally admired. Let us continue to strengthen this foundation so that digital payments remain a tool of empowerment in the country. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you.
बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद सचिव महोदय. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening is not just about the awards. It's about recognizing the silent digital warriors who've empowered every street vendor with a QR code, every homemaker with a mobile wallet, and every remote village with access to banking, all through the power of digital payments. I now request our esteemed guests to please come forward to present the Digital Payments Awards 2025. विशिष्ट अतिथिगण से अनुरोध, कृपया पुरस्कार प्रदान करने के लिए मंच पर आगे आएं. पुरस्कार वितरण का शुभारंभ 2024-25 वित्त वर्ष 2024-25 के लिए उन अग्रणी बैंकों के सम्मान से करने जा रहे हैं जिन्होंने डिजिटल भुगतान की क्रांति को गति दी है. And the awards to the banks are being presented in the following categories. We begin with the category of Public Sector Bank. Third position goes to UCO Bank. I invite Shri Ashwini Kumar, MD and CEO, to accept the honor. And now the certificate being presented. You are requested to kindly receive the certificate also. The second award goes to Bank of Baroda. Shri Devadatta Chand, MD and CEO, receiving the award. A big moment for Bank of Baroda receiving this award. The Digital Payments Award 2025 for the category Public Sector Bank. The second award to Bank of Baroda. And the first position in the category of Public Sector Bank is bagged by Punjab National Bank. Shri Ashok Chandra, MD and CEO, being honored with this prestigious award. The best public sector bank in digital payments is Punjab National Bank. Next category is Private Sector Bank. Third award goes to IDFC First Bank. I invite Shri V. Vaidyanathan, MD and CEO, to accept the honor. And the second award goes to City Union Bank. Dr. N. Kamakoti, MD and CEO, receiving the award. And in the category of private sector bank, the first position is won by HDFC Bank. Shri Rajneesh Parmanand Prabhu, Senior Executive Vice President, being presented with the award for their outstanding contribution. A proud moment for HDFC Bank receiving the award of digital payments. This is for the financial year 2024-25. Next is the category of Small Finance Bank, and in this category, Equitas Small Finance Bank wins the award. Equitas Small Finance Bank is winning the award in the category of Small Finance Bank. Shri Balaji Nuthulapadi, Executive Director, Operations and IT, receiving their well-deserved award. In the segment of payment banks, the honor is conferred upon India Post Payment Bank. Shri R. Vishwasharan, MD and CEO, and Shri Gursharan Rai Bansal, CGM and CSMO, receiving the award. Let's applaud them as they take the spotlight and accept the award. Shri R. Visweswaran, MD and CEO, receiving the award on behalf of India Post Payment Banks, which has bagged the award for Payment Bank section. Under Digital Payments Awards, special mention based on fraud and grievance management, 2 top banks are being presented with the award. Recipient of special mention is Canara Bank. I invite Shri K. Satyanarayana Raju, MD and CEO, to receive the award. Ladies and gentlemen, Yes Bank also gets the special mention. Shri Naveen Chaluwadi, Chief Digital Officer, being presented with this award. Let's give them a big round of applause as this achievement is a testament to their hard work. और अब हम सम्मानित करने जा रहे हैं उन फिनटेक कंपनीज को जिन्होंने इनोवेशन और टेक्नोलॉजी की ताकत से डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन की नींव को और भी मजबूत किया है. In this category, third position is backed by FAM app by Trio. This is the category of emerging TPAP. Third position to FAM app by Trio, Sambhav Jain, CEO, founder, receiving the award. In the category of emerging TPAP, second position goes to Jupiter Money. I invite Shri Ashish Bhalla to accept the honor. Well, I need to repeat it again now. The second position in the category of emerging TPAP goes to Jupiter Money, and Ashish Bhalla is receiving the award. And in this category, first position goes to 3 fintechs. First, I invite WhatsApp Meta, which gets the first position. I request Ravi Garg, country head, to accept this honor. Mr. Ravi Garg receiving this award on behalf of WhatsApp Meta, receiving the award for the first position in the category of emerging TPAP. And in the category of emerging TPAP, first position is also backed by Navi. I invite Mr. Rajiv Naresh, CEO, to kindly come forward and receive the award. A big moment for all of them as their hard work gets the recognition. And first position in emerging TPAP category also backed by MobiQuick. Please put your hands together as I invite Upasna Thakur, co-founder, to accept the award. And next is the category of digital payments acceptance infrastructure, in which third award goes to Google Pay. I invite Mr. Sharat Bolusu, Head GPay India, to receive the honors. Second award goes to Paytm. I would like to invite Shri Vijay Shekhar Sharma, CEO Paytm, to accept the honor. And the first position is backed by PhonePe. And now gracing the stage with pride and purpose is Mr. Sameer Nigam, founder, CFO, receiving this well-deserved award. Now we move to the next category of technical service providers, in which third prize goes to Olive. I invite Ms. Bharavi Gade, CEO founder, Mr. Bharavi Gade, CEO founder, to receive the award in this category of TSPs. Third position, backed by Olive. Mr. Bharavi Gade, CEO founder, receiving the award. And second position is backed by JustPay. JustPay gets the second position. I invite Mr. Sheetal Lalwani, founder CEO, to accept the honors. JustPay bags the second position in the category of technical service providers. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I announce the first prize in TSP's category, which goes to MindGate. Mr. George Sam, CEO founder, on the dais to receive the award. And with this, we end the awards for the year 2024-25. हमारे विशिष्ट अतिथिगण का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ये पुरस्कार प्रदान करने के लिए। कृपया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। And heartiest congratulations to all the winners. You are the change makers powering Digital India. You inspire the nation to move forward faster and fearlessly into the digital future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a roaring applause for our winners leading India's digital payments journey. और अब मैं हमारे कार्यक्रम के विशिष्ट अतिथि और गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर फाइनेंस श्री पंकज चौधरी जी को संबोधन के लिए आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी। तालियों से स्वागत करिए माननीय मंत्री जी का।
माननीय वित्त एवं कॉर्पोरेट कार्य मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी, सचिव वित्तीय सेवाएं श्री एम नागराजू जी, श्री मंत्रालय के अधिकारीगण, बैंकों और फिनटेक के एमडीज, सीईओज, विनियामकों के अधिकारीगण, देवियों और सज्जनों, वित्तीय सेवाएं विभाग द्वारा आयोजित इस पुरस्कार वितरण समारोह में उपस्थित होकर मेरे लिए हर्ष का विषय है। यह समारोह उन संस्थाओं और इनोवेटर्स का उत्सव है जो भारत के डिजिटल फाइनेंशियल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन को संबल प्रदान करते हैं। भारत की डिजिटल भुगतान की सफलता की गाथा हमारे बैंकिंग क्षेत्र की क्षमताओं पर आधारित है। बैंकों ने इसके लिए अवसंरचना तैयार की है, विश्वास जगाया है और स्केल में बढ़ोतरी की है। फिनटेक देश इनोवेशन, कैपेसिटी और यूज़र सेंट्रिक डिज़ाइन लेकर आया है। बैंकों और फिनटेक ने मिलकर एक डिजिटल भुगतान को दैनिक जीवन का हिस्सा बना दिया है। पिछले 11 वर्षों में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में और माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी के देखरेख में वित्तीय क्षेत्र में सबसे ज़्यादा सुधार हुआ है। 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना के शुभारंभ के साथ ही वित्तीय समावेशन के दिशा में एक युग परिवर्तनकारी कदम उठाया गया। इसने बैंकिंग सेवाओं तक पहुंच में व्यापक विस्तार किया और डिजिटल वित्तीय सशक्तिकरण के लिए आधार तैयार किया। जून 2025 की स्थिति के अनुसार अगर आप देखें तो 2014 से अब तक देश में 55.54 करोड़ से अधिक जनधन खाते खोले गए। और ये केवल खाते नहीं खोले गए, इसमें 2.57 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक की राशि भी जमा हुई। इनमें से 30.99 करोड़ खाता जो महिलाओं का खाता है और 37.5 करोड़ खाते जो ग्रामीण और अर्ध शहरी क्षेत्र में खोले गए। प्रधानमंत्री जन धन योजना ने सिर्फ खाता ही नहीं खोला, बल्कि इसने लाखों लोगों के लिए डिजिटल भागीदारी का द्वार भी खोला है। सही मायने में इन खातों को क्रियाशील बनाने के लिए हमें डिजिटल लेन देन के साधन की जरूरत थी। वो साधन रुपे था, जो कि भारत का स्वदेशी कार्ड नेटवर्क था। पीएम जन धन के अंतर्गत जारी किए गए 38.27 करोड़ से अधिक रुपे कार्ड के साथ ही हमने ये भी सुनिश्चित किया कि प्रत्येक खाता धारक डिजिटल, किफ़ायती और सुरक्षित तरीके से लेन देन कर सके। रुपे ने विशेषकर हाशिए पर रहने वाले लोगों के लिए डिजिटल भुगतान तक पहुंच को सर्वसुलभ बनाया है। रुपे के साथ यूपीआई के उदय ने पीयर टू पीयर और मर्चेंट लेन देन क्षेत्र में क्रांति ला दी है, जिससे डिजिटल भुगतान निर्बाध और गतिमान हो गया है। यूपीआई लाखों लोगों के लिए भुगतान का एक पसंदीदा माध्यम बन गया है, जो रियल टाइम डिजिटल लेन देन में ग्लोबल लीडर के रूप में भारत की स्थिति और सुदृढ़ बनाता है। इस श्रृंखला के अंतिम कड़ी प्रत्यक्ष लाभ अंतरण डीबीटी के सीधे लाभार्थियों खातों में, जहां 44.34 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक हस्तांतरित करके डीबीटी ने जनधन खातों को सक्रिय वित्तीय जीवन रेखा में बदल दिया है। इसने लीकेज को दूर किया, पारदर्शी सुनिश्चित की और कल्याणकारी वितरण की गरिमा को बहाल किया। पीएम जन धन योजना ने पहुंच प्रदान की। रुपए ने लेन देन को समर्थ बनाया और डीबीटी ने डिजिटल भुगतान को सार्थक बनाया। हमारे बैंक और फिनटेक केवल सेवा प्रदान नहीं है, बल्कि गरिमा, समावेश और अवसर के संबल हैं, चाहे वो गांव का दुकान हो, QR कोड हो या किसी दूरस्थ जिले में DBT क्रेडिट हो। आपका काम हर दिन लोगों से जुड़ रहा है। आइए हम निरंतर इस गति का विस्तार करते रहें। हम ये सुनिश्चित करें कि डिजिटल भुगतान सभी भारतीयों के लिए सुलभ हो, सभी प्रकार के लेन देनों के लिए किफ़ायती हो और सभी उपयोगकर्ता के प्रति जवाबदेह हो। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भारत को 2047 तक विकसित राष्ट्र बनाने का जो लक्ष्य रखा है, 2047 के भारत में वित्तीय क्षेत्र का योगदान बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण रहने वाला है। इसलिए आप सबको नवाचार के माध्यम से 2047 के विकसित भारत के लिए रोड भी तैयार करना है। सभी पुरस्कार विजेताओं से अनुरोध है कि आप कार्य केवल भुगतान सक्षम बनाना नहीं है, संभावनाओं को संबल प्रदान करना भी है। आज पुरस्कार प्राप्त करने वाले सभी प्रतिभागियों को पुनः मैं बधाई और शुभकामना देता हूँ। एक मजबूत, समावेशी और डिजिटल रूप से सशक्त भारत के निर्माण में आपके योगदान के लिए आप सबको मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी, आपके उत्प्रेरक उद्बोधन के लिए आपका हार्दिक आभार। देवी और सज्जनों, भारतीय राजनीति के शिखर स्तंभ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में भारत आज डिजिटल मोर्चे पर दुनिया का नेतृत्व कर रहा है। आज भौगोलिक सीमाओं की परिधि से परे डिजिटल इंडिया बन रहा है एक वैश्विक पहल। आज के सुअवसर पर मैं माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी से सादर अनुग्रह करती हूं कि कृपया अपने संबोधन से हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman.
My colleague Pankaj Chaudhary ji, Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Nagaraju ji, Abhijit Phukhan, Economic Advisor to the Department, Chiefs of several public sector banks, some private sector banks also, I would think, recipients of the awards, several fintech participants. First, let me congratulate those winners, banks and fintechs, who've done extraordinarily well. The drive with which you have taken your business forward and as a result benefited the country is absolutely praiseworthy, and the department has done itself some good by recognizing the talents which exist outside. I absolutely appreciate each one of you, and I'm sure the days are brighter for those who would aim to reach there the next year, I would think. So, once again, appreciations, congratulations, and today is a bright day for each one of us because the speed with which innovation is happening in this country is just the dream of several other countries who have not even pegged them anywhere in the race. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Several advanced countries are nowhere in this kind of a speed in terms of not just the traction that you have attained in progressing with the area in which you're working, but also creating newer paradigms is something so unique to the Indian fintech. And as a result, there are several countries which appreciate and equally ask us if there can be an interaction which can be enabled. So what started as a very enthusiastic and dedicated effort of Honorable Prime Minister in starting up the startup revolution in India, it has now spawned to become so many more. And it hasn't stopped with one sector, and we are already reaping the benefit of so many innovations ranging from agriculture to space. So this is something which has made India's profile absolutely versatile and admirable. So all appreciations to every one of you in this hall today and for those who are similarly placed outside. So excellence in digital payment is one thing for which the banks have benefited, the innovators have benefited, and citizens at large are benefiting as well. It has profiled our financial inclusion, which is so important for a country which still needs a bulk of its population to benefit from financial inclusion. Pankaj Chaudhary ji actually read out the numbers of how many people have come into this Jan Dhan Yojana. As a result, how much of DBT payments are made possible today. And as a result, zero balance accounts today have more than 2 lakh crores as balance in their accounts. Similarly, Government of India, through the various DBT schemes, and I've given this figure earlier, has saved money because when you do a direct benefit transfer from the government, it goes only to those accounts for whom the KYC is done and spurious accounts are all removed. So instead of me going into the details of what actual benefits ABC we have gained or achieved by your innovations, I would just focus on what for Vikasit Bharat, which is the Prime Minister's dream for this country by 2047, we can do is to make sure that we push the boundaries. You have set pioneering targets, achieved them, but now we need to take it further and set standards. So the success itself of India's fintech ecosystem and the UPI would not have been possible without the collective effort of all the stakeholders, our citizens, if they did not adopt to the technologies that you were bringing. Our systems, our innovations would not have been so attractive. Fintech companies who are constantly innovating, banks who are readily adopting this to take it to every household, the government and the regulator, unless the regulator were soft touch, it wouldn't have been possible for you all to move forward. Old-fashioned views and old-fangled views would have only constricted your movements. And the citizens of India who adopted the technology, as I said earlier. 87% is the fintech adoption in India, whereas globally it is only 67%. So amazing that our citizens have felt that this is so easy, so accessible, and it's available in my mother tongue, and it doesn't matter which phone I have, so happily got into the system that today even account aggregators are reaching them. So it is not just receiving one small step, but adopting the entire spectrum. So when I say fintech adoption, what does it actually mean on the ground? That is why when ministers from abroad come, they want to have that experience in the ground. They go to fetch a nariyal pani from a merchant who's on a push cart, and they pay for the nariyal pani through the QR and want to understand that this actually works. So families are paying utility bills. You can buy a meal wherever you are, whichever part of the country you are. Let me take you to the recent experience of yesterday. I was in Ladakh, in some of the remotest part. I had gone there to see how the government schemes are getting saturated in those far-flung areas. Very close to Pangong Lake, about which we would have seen wonderful photographs. Some of you all would have gone there. Many homestays have sprung up in that area, but of course with some aesthetics. It's not as if they're built over everywhere. You could see people paying through payment systems, although the internet connectivity is a bit dicey. Wi-Fi systems have been brought in by those homestays. With all that done, I reached back, and this morning, seeing me off at the airport, the Chief Secretary tells me, if only our connections at the far-flung areas, internet connections are ramped up in capacity. My bikers who come as visitors, there is a bike tourism going on in Ladakh, which all of you all probably are familiar with. They are not big spenders, but they are very many. In one day, in one road stretch, we would have seen anywhere between 500 bikers. So the Chief Secretary was telling me, if only the connectivity was better, even these small spending bikers, at wherever they would stop, would be able to do it. If that particular place didn't have the Wi-Fi, they would be slightly disadvantaged. So it is not a question of the payment system, it's more the question of USOF doing it faster to reach even these areas. So the success of payment for a Boti-speaking Ladakhi has already reached them. They are not familiar with many other languages. They are actually nomadic people who are there during summer receiving the guests. So that's the success of fintech, and I would really appreciate you for the extent to which your innovation are people-friendly. The World Bank study noted that through digital public infrastructure, India achieved 80% financial inclusion rate in just 6 years, a feat that no other country can achieve. Thank you. Some observers going through this World Bank report have even said, this is a level which would have taken, by normal course, 50 years to achieve, whereas fintech revolution has achieved it in 6 years only. India now actually accounts for almost half of all real-time digital transactions in the world. 48.5% is done in India. Shows both sides of the story. People are throbbing to use it every minute. 35 crore users are part of the UPI system. This is a direct outcome of citizen enthusiasm, and for urban and rural youth, and even rural elders, people deserve credit for this open to change and for making the effort to learn and adopt new technology. Actually, during the pandemic, payment apps became the lifeline, enabling contactless payments and doorstep banking when mobility was restricted. As per RBI's Digital Payments Index, which measures the overall usage of digital payments, it has quadrupled in the last 5 years from 100 in 2018, 100 in 2018, to 465 in 2024. And at this pace, as this pace is gaining momentum, for example, just last month in May UPI transactions, in May 2025, it stood at 1,867.7 crore transactions by volume and 25.14 lakh crores in terms of value, which is 33.1% in transaction volume, year-on-year growth, and 23% in transaction value, year-on-year growth. So our citizens are really lapping and absorbing more and more of innovation as you provide them. The more you give them attractive options, the speed with which the adoption also catches up. The third pillar, first pillar was the citizen and the adoption. The second is the Indian fintech startups themselves. I'm not going into the detail of 10,000 fintech startups, third ecosystem, third globally recognized ecosystem. But one point in that is the remarkable innovation is the sandbox which the RBI provides you. So it is so commonly seen that you can adopt and try even as you're trying and make sure that your compliances are going to be in place. Conversational payments with AI and offline functionality is being developed for UPI payments as well. The third pillar is, of course, the banks. They are the backbone to this whole payment ecosystem. The extensive branch network and widespread customer base also helps us. As Secretary mentioned, today the cooperative banks and RRBs are also coming in this game. It helps a lot when more players come in. Governments and RBI's initiatives are well known. I'm not getting into the details. Just the amount which has been transferred through DBT is something worth repeating. 44 lakh crores have been transferred since 2014 with full transparency, and in doing so, 3.48 lakh crores have been removed from leakages, which means you've saved that much. And therefore, it is a complete credit to the technology which drives government policy and also bank functions. RBI has taken a lot of schemes. I'm not listing them out, but that has helped for us to realize what light touch regulation and heavy encouragement can do. It is that approach which has helped today digital lending also coming to be a part, just as the UPI, Unified Payment Interface, you shall have a unified lending interface. So we are moving very much ahead. So looking ahead, I would look at advancing financial inclusion even further, regional languages to be brought in even further, and voice-based services are going to strengthen them, unlocking new possibilities with account aggregator. I'm not going to describe them, but just in 3 years, nearly 700 entities as of end March 2025. Across banking and insurance securities, pensions have joined the account aggregator platform. It was only 24 in 2022. So 24 in 2022 is now 700 entities. Number of accounts linked through account aggregator is also an important data. It has soared to 15 crores now compared to 1.5 lakh in 22. 1.5 lakh in 22 has become 15 crores now. Loans worth 88,700 crores are being passed through the account aggregator. 1 crore personal finance management users have gone through this account aggregators. So MSME credit is some area which I would like more fintech participation. You need to expand the scope of and also the scale of digital lending for them. Fintech companies can also expand this credit availability for the MSMEs. Account aggregator interface with MSME is also something on which more innovations and products are required. Agriculture and rural areas need more innovations so that farmers will have to be connected to the markets better. Every fintech firm should view rural India as a fertile ground, not just as a social responsibility, but as an opportunity to create new markets. And you will know from the fast-moving consumer goods companies that it is in the rural area today demand is reviving and sustaining itself. And it is there that we need to have greater participation from our side. Literacy has to be improved upon. Cybersecurity is a case which I was having an interaction with a few startups, fintech companies. How important is to ensure that we come up with solutions so that people are not arrested at home digitally, or fly-by-night operators don't take away their money. Deepfake is doing a lot of damage today. We should take care of addressing them. So we need a set of fintech companies which are constantly working in giving solutions for the newer challenges which are arising. Finally, customer service is an important item here. Future of finance will be phygital, physical and digital. So it is important to leverage the reach of technology as well as physical presence to serve customers better. Regular feedback loops should become the standard, and we need to attend to each one of these aspects with the same enthusiasm as we are doing for other core business requirements. Prime Minister often says we aspire not only to make in India, but also make for the world. In this context, Indian fintech companies and their innovations have the potential to become global public goods that can benefit other emerging and developing countries. This will open up new markets for our firms. International merchant payments through UPI are now accepted at select merchant outlets in 7 countries, including Bhutan, France, Mauritius, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and the UAE. Our players must aim to export our successful models abroad. We have the talent, we have the market scale, and we have also proven solutions. So fintech revolution in India will further flourish. Our fintech market is projected to grow to over $400 billion by 28-29. That's not too far away, just 3 years, reflecting on an anticipated annual growth of 30%. The scale of opportunity is immense. I firmly believe its best chapters are yet to be written. Together, let us innovate, include, and inspire. Innovation and innovate new solutions fearlessly. I'll repeat that. Innovate new solutions fearlessly. Include every citizen in your vision, and inspire the world with what India can achieve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your kind and thoughtful words, which motivate us to overcome all the challenges and to push the boundaries to achieve broader goals. And now I would like to invite Ms. Kriti, Joint Director, DFS, to present the vote of thanks.
Honorable Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Honorable Minister of State for Finance Shri Pankaj Chaudhary ji, Secretary DFS Shri M. Nagaraju ji, Economic Advisor Dr. Abhijit Fukun ji, respected dignitaries, esteemed awardees, industry leaders, colleagues and distinguished guests, a very good evening to all. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to extend the vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Financial Services at this significant occasion, the Digital Payments Award 2024-25. First and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Finance Minister Ma'am for gracing us with her presence today. Ma'am, your visionary leadership and steadfast commitment to building a digitally empowered and financially inclusive India has been the cornerstone of the remarkable progress we have witnessed in the digital payment space. I would also like to thank Honorable Minister of State for Finance for gracing us with his presence. Your presence at this event not only adds tremendous value, but also reaffirms the government's deep commitment to strengthening the digital financial ecosystem. Over the past few years, India has seen a transformational shift in how financial services are accessed and delivered. And this journey has not been possible without the collective efforts of the stakeholders present here today. Your work has set new benchmark in digital innovation, consumer outreach, financial literacy, security, and inclusion. Congratulations to each one of you. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to the entire team at DFS and National Payments Council of India for their unwavering support. To our partners in the media, thank you for your continued support in amplifying the story of India's digital transformation. Once again, my heartfelt thanks to everyone who has made this evening meaningful, memorable, and inspiring. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Ms. Kriti. And with this, we come to the conclusion of the Digital Payments Awards for the financial year 2024-25. माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी, आपका हार्दिक आभार कि आज के संध्या में आप वक्त निकालकर हमारे बीच आए और ये बहुत ही गौरवान्वित करने वाला अवसर है जो पिछले 10 वर्षों में डिजिटल इंडिया ने जो बदलाव लाया उसके वाहक तमाम बैंक